I just made quite possibly the greatest purchase of my career.
Such a wild vehicle. One of one.
Oh my gosh.
I've seen this thing before.
What in the actual?
Local YouTuber spotted hauling a very unique vehicle this afternoon just outside of Salt Lake City. But what exactly is it?
Introducing the all-new Boater Home. As convenient as a Swiss Army knife and as sleek as the latest sports car, the Boater Home has everything the modern outdoorsman could want. With enough space to fit a whole family and enough power to take on that guy that keeps asking you to race, it won't be long until you're the talk of the lake. No need to learn how to back up a trailer either. Simply back down the ramp and into the water, and your home on wheels will quickly become a home on the water.
We did it!
See something weird.
Oh no, not another RV.
Oh no, it's not the RV, it's that thing.
Oh, this boat looking.
Oh my gosh.
I've seen this thing before.
What in the actual cat piss is that? That's like,
Didn't he?
wait, hold on. That's turned on right now.
Huh? What's up, man? How are you?
Bad. What's brewing? Paul.
Paul, good to meet you. There she is.
That's it.
Such a wild vehicle.
Looking at a one of one.
One of one.
This is my boater home. It's a 1976. It was built up in Nampa, Idaho by a company called Sport King, actually in 77. I have not had the time to actually put it in the water and do with it what needs to be done, so it's actually going to be kind of fun to see somebody do that. It's the only one they built. It's a 10-foot beam with twin engines, two twin 350 Mercs, 260 horse. It's a front-wheel drive Dodge 360 powered.
260 horsepower engine.
260 horse per engine. This is a 360. That's a 360 Dodge.
Oh man. Hey, what are you doing here?
It's a big day for you, my friend. I gotta make sure you got all your vitamins and nourishment.
So you came back from your trip to make sure that I was nourished.
Just for you.
That's a good friend right there. That's a damn good friend, because he just provided me with my fuel that I need to be able to make it through this exciting day. You see, AG1, sponsor of today's video, is hands down one of the best products I've ever come across in my life. And the reason for that is because they have 75 different vitamins, minerals, nutrients, superfoods, probiotics, prebiotics, basically all the stuff that our bodies need to be able to feel good, have energy. For me, I've experienced better focus, better mood, better gut health. One of my favorite things about AG1 is the fact that it's this daily comprehensive nutritional drink. So every morning, I don't have to worry about going and tracking down a bunch of supplements or vitamins. One scoop of AG1, mix it with water, shake it up, and in about 60 seconds or less, I have all my vitamins for the day covered. So do me a favor, click the link in my description below, go to their website, place an order. With your first order, you're gonna get a year's supply of vitamin D3, K2 for free, plus 5 of these travel packs absolutely free. Give it a try. I think you're gonna like it, and thank you, AG1, for sponsoring the video, and thank you for giving me the fuel that I need to be able to get through this big important day. You wanna get back to your family trip now?
Friends don't let friends boater home alone.
That's the truest thing I've heard all day.
And what you're looking at is totally original. Now I bought another.
Where'd you buy it?
Oh, it was local. Buried.
Really?
It took 2 weeks to dig it out. The guy who I got it from, he had passed away and had been left in the family.
Yeah.
And geez, I've been after it for 7 years. I spent 7 years trying to get it.
Really?
And then they finally settled everything up, and it is water worthy. The guy was anal retentive about the maintenance of it. you could lick the oil off the dipstick of these motors. Yeah, it's just, they still have the winterization tags on the steering wheel up there, but
Man, that's wild. They crammed a couple of V8s in there.
yeah, that's why they came to the conclusion they don't need two motors. On the article, it was in the magazine, the fellow who took the photograph of it on the reservoir up in Idaho, he contacted me.
Really?
And he goes, I worked at that plant when they built it. And he said, that thing needed half that much power.
Never heard of too much power. But both motors start and run?
Oh, I'm sure they do.
But they weren't locked up or anything?
No. In fact, pull a dipstick and look at the oil.
Oh yeah, it's clean. How many hours do you know?
Hardly.
This is what I think, Dave. You've made a lot of really stupid purchases that I've never thought like, oh, that was a good idea. But this is probably the only one. That's the honest truth.
There isn't even a tear in Grandma's upholstery. Look at that stuff.
Oh, would you look at that?
So do you?
Now, the doors here,
Yeah.
there's only one thing that I've done that towards the restoring of it. The doors are big French doors that open and close. I bought a mess of teak wood, and I'm having a friend of mine who's a carpenter is redoing the doors exact. He's putting the same deals in, but they were just shot. And so they should be done in a week or two, but that's going to be all done in beautiful teak, just like they were originally.
I've been waiting my whole life for this moment. This is insane. I've been seeing the boater home on the internet and all over the place for probably 20 years, and I've always thought, man, that thing's cool. And then I went to go try to find one, and they're just never for sale. What I understand about boater homes is the company that made them made around 20 originally, right? And out of those 20, they were all done on Ford chassis, and they were like 8 feet wide boats, and they had 2 axles in the rear instead of 3. This van is built on a Dodge Ram chassis or Dodge van chassis. It's got twin engines in the boat, and it's got a 10-foot wide boat rather than the 8-foot wide. It also has a 3rd axle in the back. So this is kind of one of one. And there's no information about this thing, where it came from, why it was built on a van chassis or the Dodge chassis. And out of the 20 or 21 boater homes that were ever built, from what I understand, only 3 or 4 of them are still kind of like in existence. The rest have just kind of disappeared. So this thing is a gem. It's a real gem. Obviously it's old, a lot of water damage, water's come through all over the place. So in order to make this thing nice, you'd have to come like repanel it. So a project like this could snowball really quickly, because you've got all the most expensive things all in one bundle here. RVs, notorious money pits. Boats, even worse. Trailer, yep. All of the things that cost a lot of money combined into one, but obviously it's super cool. What do you think, Hans?
It doesn't even stink.
It doesn't have a wild smell, which is shocking.
I thought like, oh, I'm gonna get
Like
old.
you're crawling into a dirty sock.
Yeah.
Nope.
But it doesn't. It just smells like just kind of a cleaner old RV.
I think they were asking a little higher than what I think it's worth, so I'm gonna have to do some negotiating here. Obviously, there's not a lot that we can check out today other than just kind of, physical, visual inspection. So getting into the motors and stuff like that obviously isn't going to happen right here in the parking lot, which is why I brought the lowboy and the semi to tug this thing home, because I guess right now it's not driving. Steering is disconnected, brakes need some work, and it just hasn't driven in a long time.
I think those are things we're going to need to get to the lake. Steering and brakes.
Yeah. Well, probably rather than like following my gut, which says go straight to the lake from here, we'll probably go to the shop and maybe put some brake fluid in. So, their bathroom.
You buy the.
Hey, just so you know, they only made 4.
4
They only got to 4.
of even the Ford chassis. Really?
They got to 3 of those and this one. They were slated to make 21 of them. Couldn't pull it off. They got to 2 of them ended up in boneyards, and then that other one's down Lake Mead.
What do you think of it, Rob?
It looks like a lot of work.
With Rob on that. However, a lot of work you can do from the comfort of this couch with your cool fold-down table. Has
That's a design
buttons
right there.
and Velcro. Bathroom could use a little work. I just want to know, at what point are you using the bathroom and need the life jacket at the same time? That's when you know things aren't looking too good. Oof, the bathroom's in the worst shape of all of it so far.
The fridge, man.
Do we dare? Ooh, it's taped shut. That's never a good sign.
Not so bad.
I feel like it's fairly clean, yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty clean.
Yeah, that's clean. I like that. What are all of our little cubbies here? You know what I vision here is
Maybe just don't lean back on the.
like a restaurant down a Bear Lake, you know?
Why
just
does it rock
serving
like that? Does it rock?
Well, it kind of more does more leaning than rocking. I mean, what are we doing? I mean, I guess let's just kind of.
Does that go to the abyss? Oh,
No,
the top.
not quite.
Okay.
I mean, the double folds really. Jeez, that scared me. I thought the whole thing was collapsing. But that's cool. At what point are you on the lake in a wooden time bomb and you think, "Ooh, I know, let's fire up the oven"? I just feel like that's the quickest way to put this thing on the bottom of the lake. Let's hear our
Watch your house.
Oh yeah.
Is the steering disconnected?
Yes, it is. And the reason, it uses a chain. It's a real crazy, let me show you this. Oh, right here.
Yep.
See that sprocket?
Oh, interesting.
That is a chain that goes down to that, ratchety loose.
Disculpa, soy bien fan tuyo.
Oh,
¿Puedo
sí, sí.
tomar una
Sí, cómo
foto
no.
contigo? Sobrino me va a decir. Gracias.
Sin gusto.
Brake master cylinder needs to be replaced, but that works perfect on the other one I have out there. And the other one has a chrome grille, chrome bumper.
Where were you at on this? What did you say on the pricing? 35. Oh, it's got the horseshoe transmission. Basically a transmission that goes out and does a U-turn. The output shaft from the tail comes out and faces forward.
Wheels of the crate, right side.
Mile marker winch, freaking remote. Mile marker's literally been with us since the beginning. Now it's time to put this bad boy to the test. First time using this actually. I will say the guys definitely have it backwards. Our guys install it that way. What can't I do? You know?
I've got one more piece that can go on top.
Hold on. Oh. All right, pull. We did it! We did it, man! We made it! It looks like something we would have made.
It does look like something we made. Yeah, the boat comes off and you don't need a trailer. You just back your boater home into the water.
Motor home.
Boater home. Say it, let me hear you say it. Boater home. Boater home. Yeah, what do you think, man? One of one ever made.
Is that right? Make it.
Is that floats?
I don't know if it floats, but I hope so. Well, let's get it unloaded.
There's still a lot of money we're gonna dump into this thing, but I see the vision here, and this is actually really cool and unique. I'm just glad it's not another 5-ton military truck, because we have too many of those already. In fact, something showed up over the weekend that the guys are all complaining is in the way that's another military vehicle. But this is cool.
masterpiece, absolute masterpiece. And the problem that I'm having is I'm so excited about it that I've got two options that are going through my head right now. Option number one is go through and basically redo this van, restore it, put a modern drivetrain in it, which I don't love that idea. Well, I love the idea. I don't love the amount of work that goes into it. Restoring classic and old vehicles is frustrating, especially this stuff, because these things, finding parts for them is not really easy. So try to find the original parts. So what happens is we end up using a bunch of aftermarket parts. We end up making a bunch of parts, and we have something that's cool and runs good, but it's kind of a Frankenstein. Whereas the other option, number two, is slice off the van and take the boat trailer and graft it into a new vehicle. So get like a new Sprinter van or a new Duramax or Power Stroke van, or even like a crew cab pickup, maybe an old ambulance, and basically replace the whole powertrain right here with something new and modern. And then, like I said, weld the boat frame to whatever vehicle we graft onto it. The hardest part about that is making this assembly right here, basically the pocket where the front of the boat sits into. It's doable. It's not super easy, but I think that's probably going to be easier than trying to restore this old van. I think the van, obviously it's got a lot of rust. It's got a bunch of just old, just old. And as you can see inside, it's not the cleanest. I've seen worse. I've definitely seen better. So essentially right there, you've got your Mopar, your Chrysler 360. It's kind of the equivalent of like the 350 Chevy. What I don't want to have happen is have this become something that, you know, you try to take it to the lake and the van's always breaking down or overheating or got issues. Also, an engine swap in here is not ideal because it's got this crazy transmission right here. This transmission is basically designed to do a full U-turn. So it goes out like a normal transmission would, and then it has a plate right here that redirects the rear output shaft and makes it go forward so that it goes into this front differential, because it's front wheel drive, obviously, because there's no axles in the rear because of the trailer. So it's gonna be interesting to see what we're working with. So I gotta start somewhere, and first thing we gotta do is probably get into the shop, because it is hot as balls out here, and I don't wanna be sitting out here in the heat trying to work on this. That's just a recipe for disaster. Oh wow, look at that. That right there is your boat hook, like the trailer tie down. So normally that's like a winch that winches it on the trailer. So this is all boat right here. When you back this thing into the water, this part goes out. It's time to pick up the second half of our purchase of the motorhome. This super clean Dodge Sportsman van. This is the identical van to the one that's on the motorhome. This one's just in way better condition. No rust, good engine, good donor vehicle that has all the parts and pieces that we need to put the other one back together if we end up sticking with the van. But I want to take it regardless because I'm sure it's got some stuff that we need. The problem is the keys are not available. So we're going to pull it out of the parking spot and then winch it onto the trailer. And then the keys may or may not be here, but either way, we get it back to the shop, and then we can get both vehicles sitting there and make a game plan.
Ow, they're stinging me. Ah, bees! There's so many bees. Ow! They're so mean. Probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Where are you guys at?
Right there.
Let's see. Oh boy. Oh man, there's a gaggle of them. Dealing with old vehicles and equipment in the summertime is there are wasps everywhere. That's probably about the 20th or 30th sting that I've seen Dave get in the last 6 months. They've really been taking out their frustrations on him.
I had a good streak there where I didn't get stung.
Yeah, you got them or no?
These bees are nice. These are hornets. I always say bees and they get a bad rap. That bees didn't do anything. Bees are doing nothing but good.
We recently swapped all of our trailers over to Rawmax because Rawmax makes a really nice trailer. Somehow they've made trailers different than everybody else has in the past. And just small subtle changes make a huge difference. These things just work really well. Typically, we'll run a winch right here in our trailers, which we will put one in here. We just haven't had time, trailer's brand new. And since we have that rear bumper winch, we have all the power and everything we need right there. We'll hook right up to the van, drag it right on. It's almost as good as like a rollback tow truck. Should make loading this thing a breeze.
Let's find out.
Great. I love when the equipment works the way it's supposed to.
Need you to help push.
Well, my friends, there you have it. We've got the boater home and the donor home ready to rock and roll, and we're gonna tear into them and see what they need. I'm pretty sure this motor's toast, steering is toast. This van needs a lot of work. This van supposedly is fully complete and runs. We just didn't have the keys for it, but we should have them now. So we're gonna figure out whether we swap parts over and stick with the van body, or we switch gears completely and switch over to like a truck body, like a newer. I still want to do like a crew cab pickup, but we're gonna wrap it up in this video, and next video you're gonna see what it takes for us to get these things running, hopefully get it up to the lake to test it out. Obviously, to get it to the lake, we need to be able to transport it there, so we need the van to either function properly, or we need to put the boat on a different trailer and haul it up and test it out that way. So buckle up, stay tuned, and get excited, because this guy's excited.